Well, after the super success of the first episode, I have decided to go and record another one. So here is this week's good news. Landmark wedding takes place in Varanasi as two women tie the knot. Could religious approval lead to changes in the mindset of the Indian people? Revolutionary nerve and tendon transplants has improved the lives of 13 quadriplegic people with partial use of their arms being restored. India surging ahead and now makes the cheapest solar power in the world. And all is not lost yet as the ozone layer is recovering, slowly but surely. First up, let's talk about the lesbian wedding that happened in Varanasi of all the places. I'm telling you how Times of India covered it. I did not go there myself. I really wish I was over there though. That would have been a sight. Gopalji is the accountant and record keeper of the Dhagavir Hanuman temple in Rohania, Varanasi. Phew! I finally managed to say it. And two girls came to the temple in an auto wearing jeans and t-shirt and went up to Gopalji and said that we want to get married. And Gopalji to that said, okay, that's great, where are your grooms? And to which the girls went, no, to each other. At which point Gopalji was stumped. He didn't know what to do because this is not a request that often comes in or has never come in before. But the girl said that, look man, we really want to get married to each other because we are in love, and what's going to happen is if we don't get married to each other, our families will get us married off to boys and then we won't be allowed to be with each other anymore. So you really have to get us married. To which Gopalji said that this doesn't happen over here. There's a Shiva temple in the premises. Maybe you should try your luck over there. So they went to the Shiva temple over there and obviously they've met a little resistance, but Shiva being Shiva, giving all things good to us. Eventually the priest of that temple succumbed to it and said, okay fine, pull out your chunaris, get the Mangal Sutra out, get the sindoor, let's get you two married. And this is what they did. Two of them got married in a temple in Varanasi. Even though their marriage is not legally bound, do you think their family and relatives cared? No, I think religious weddings have way more importance than legal ones. And let's be honest, when it comes to lawmaking, religion sets the tone for what laws are to be made. So if a temple in Varanasi has allowed for an all-gay couple to get married, eventually maybe my gay friends will not have to leave the country if they find the love of their life. They should also be as miserable as straight people. Now over to New Zealand, where Dr. Natasha Van Zyl is performing surgeries which is nothing short of miracles. So Paul Robinson broke his C6 vertebra and lost use of all 4 of his limbs. And when he started to recover from that accident, he realized that he managed to regain some movement in it, but even gripping things like an empty can were near impossible for him to do. After spending months in the spinal unit of the hospital, one of his health workers told him that Natasha Van Zyl is doing some research on nerve and tendon transfers in order to restore movement of your limbs. With nothing really left to lose, Robinson went in for the surgery. After Natasha's surgery, he has realized that he can now start picking up weights with his arms. He's almost up to 10 kgs with his dominant arm and almost up to 5 kgs with his non-dominant hand. Remember, he couldn't pick up an empty can and now he can push his own wheelchair around. Look, he's still in a shitty situation, but at least he's in a shitty situation within a semblance of independence, and it's all thanks to Dr. Natasha's surgery. Now over to the environment, because remember, it concerns all of us. Earlier, the best use for a solar panel was to power your calculator. Now you can use it to power silly LED lights. But silly uses aside, solar power has become a force to reckon with, and India is coming up on top of that force. The thing is, the better technology gets, the faster it gets better, and solar power prices have dropped dramatically in the last whatever number of years all over the world. And India is now making the cheapest solar power in the world. This is because we have cheap imports from China, we have abundant land, and of course, let's not forget, very, very cheap labor. But it is what it is. Between 2010 and 2018, the cost of solar panel installations have dropped as much as 80% in India, which is the fastest decline of any other country as far as solar power is concerned. More good news for everyone. Apart from solar power, other sources of renewable energy have also picked up their game, and now renewable energy counts for 1/3 of the world's power supply, which is a huge improvement from 100% fossil fuel energy. And this is not this week's news. I think you should all just know this, that the ozone layer is repairing itself. So we realized we are doing damage to the ozone layer a long time back. By a long time, I mean that you and I weren't born back then. In 1987, the Montreal Protocol was signed, which was a successful multilateral agreement by many countries because they promised to reduce making chemicals that damage the ozone, and now we are seeing the benefits of it. The ozone is repairing, the underlayer should be done by 2030 and the overlayer should be done by 2060. I might have mixed that up, but let's be honest, you don't really care. You are just happy that the ozone layer is fixing itself. If you have stories that you found that make you feel good, please send them down in the comments below. And I just want to sign off with this video. I don't want to say you only YOLO once. Oh, look, I said it. You only YOLO once. Okay, bye.